And that Rooney goal was enough for the 3 points. Manchester City are still alive here. Balotelli, Aguero!
What's up, guys? Welcome back to another player review. Today we're going to be bringing you Team of the Season, Aguero. Rob and Jack both used the card this week. I haven't used it, so I'm going to be sort of host asking them questions. We're going to dive straight into it, boys. Give us a quick, how was he?
So I think this guy is an absolute striker. That's the simplest way to talk about the card. That he is a great finisher. He's probably got one of the better shots I've used on the entire game. What do you think, Rob?
Yeah, I'd agree. It feels, I don't know what his body type is, but he does feel quite chunky in game. I suppose it might be like his height combined with his body type, as I've said. But he found his way through a lot of tackles that many strikers wouldn't, like sort of bullshit his way through. And I think that plays a huge part, as you saw with like the R9 review, just the ability to get into those positions relies heavily on like a lot of cheese basically in this game, as you know. And I think that he's got that factor to do that, and then when he does get in the positions, he's got unreal shooting to finish it off.
Yeah, so you've both talked a little bit about shooting already, but obviously if you're buying Aguero, you're looking for the goal scorer in your team. How did you find his finishing and his chance creation?
So I thought it was good. So I played him. I mixed it up between that 4-4-2 and 4-2-3-1, using him at a striker in a 4-4-2 and then Cam in 4-2-3-1. And yeah, I thought he played fantastic. Him and R9 linked up very well. Both similar players, like in their body type sort of thing, and just very good. His finishing was unbelievable. Like your near post, your finesse shot. I think, does he have outside foot shot, Jack? I'm not sure.
He doesn't actually, no. So that's one thing that I noticed with Aguero is that his finish, like, it's weird because I think he's probably got the best on his right foot anyway. He's probably got the best finish that I've used in the game. As weird as that sounds, considering some of the players that we've used, but it's just the accuracy in his strikes were absolutely disgusting. And he'd find top bins regularly. He was really good. Regarding his chance creation, though, he was all right. Like, I think but I don't think I'd ever play him out wide or at cam. If you really want him to get the best out of Aguero, put him up top because he'll finish really well. And then, like Rob said, we reviewed him in combination of 4-2-3-1, 4-4-2. Sorry, and I think he really benefited in the 4-4-2 having somebody next to him that was like R9. You can play off him really well. I think that type of player next to Aguero really helps him because it just allows Aguero to get into the space that then you can make the use of his great finishing.
Yeah, I think the main good thing about them was the fact that they've both got decent passing, but neither of them particularly stand out passing like you sort of like De Bruyne type passing. But both good enough to sort of hold it up and then lay a simple through ball to the other one. I thought it works really well together.
So you're saying for like the chance creation, he needs that person to play off. Then he can't just stick him up there and do it all himself.
Yeah, I'd say in 4-2-3-1, if you've got a really good cam that gets forward a lot, you'd be all right. But I think he does benefit massively from having next to him.
So 100%.
Thinking about, like, we always bang on about the need for the 5-star weak foot and the 5-star skills, and he doesn't actually have those. But what he does have is ridiculous dribbling stats. I mean, only 2 of them aren't 99, and one's a 98 in his dribbling, and the other's a 93 agility. So it's still top tier. Did that dribbling match what you experienced in game? And was that enough to counteract that lack of 5-star weak foot that we're always saying is like the most important thing for one of these strikers?
So it's weird. So Robbie already touched on it a bit about his body type and the fact that he does feel like a bit of a chonk. I don't think his dribbling is actually that good. Like it's good and it's usable. It's I wouldn't say he's the most stiff man alive, but it's weird. It's similar to Dybala in the way that it's not bad, but for some reason it's just a bit weird. Like I can't quite describe it as to what I thought of it.
Dybala's dribbling, to be honest.
Yeah,
I think he feels a bit smoother on the ball. Maybe it's his weight or
I'm not
whatever
sure.
If that comes into play.
I don't know.
Fat shaming Aguero here.
It's just, I'd say it's not enough to counteract the 5-star at all. But even then, in that clip we just saw a minute ago, his left foot's still good. When he's got that good of a finish, he's gonna He's going to score most things on his left foot.
I don't think 4-star is a concern.
No, I think the moment you get to 3-star, you're a bit.
Yeah.
The difference between 3 and 4 is.
Particularly with someone with 97 shooting, you're not going to be too scared of taking shots on the weak foot.
Absolutely. Altogether, yeah, not terrible dribbling, but he's not the most agile player alive. That's all.
Surprising, maybe with those dribbling stats, but so. Yeah. Is there anything you guys think need highlighting that we haven't spoke about? Like, you obviously both used the card. Something that you would really pick out that we've not spoken about. Sorry.
I wouldn't say so. I'd say he feels very strong. That probably comes into the bullshit factor of him getting through. He did beef a lot of players off the ball, which I was pretty impressed about. Because when you think of Sergio Aguero, you don't think of a beefy striker, but just the fact that he's a team of the season, I think, obviously, really boosted physical helps that in many ways. Just helping him get through and combining that with like his pace and his shooting just made for a pretty good combo.
I think this card and Ronaldo to me have felt like two of the just finishers, just absolute finishers. They can't. Well, Ronaldo not so much, but Aguero, he just finishes the chance. He don't really create too much, but. Yeah, get the ball to him and he's going to do some damage.
Poacher striker.
Yeah, absolutely. That's a better description.
Beast. So then that brings us to the end card with the ratings. And as Jack, as we used him on your account and you were the one to use him the most, take it away.
So we gave him a 7.5 out of 10. Like we said, there was a lot of good things, but at the same time, his dribbling's a bit weird. Doesn't have the 5.5. I think it's a fair rating. Maybe you could push him up to an 8 or so. One thing to remember is that we were reviewing him in a team that was absolutely stacked, so we are looking at it in a really end-game view for you guys, so is he going to be that great next player that can get you up into the next league, or in the next rank, sorry. Value for coin 7, he was only like 880k, which I think is great value for a Prem striker of Aguero's ilk. Nothing really to complain about there for his price. Chem Style Hawk, there's not really much you can do because he doesn't really need his dribbling boosted because he's already maxed out, even though I feel like it's funny, if I'd used this card without looking at any of his stats, I would say put an engine on him, but for some reason obviously he's meant to have 99 balance, and I don't know, it's a weird one. Best links, obviously Mahrez, that we know is loved on this channel, De Bruyne loved, Dybala loved, so he's got some really good links. And then best positions, striker definitely. Centre forward, he could maybe do a job if he's next to another good striker, but Cam, I would probably not recommend it.
I'd recommend Cam if you've got like an untradeable out-and-out striker that can't play Cam. Say if you've got both of them untradeable, I'd rather Aguero Cam than someone who's not really suited to it. Because he didn't play bad there at all, to be honest. But
I suppose if you're going to use him Cam, maybe use like a catalyst or something that can really boost his passing a bit more.
Yeah.
Because I suppose now that I think about it, Haz didn't boost his passing at all. Not that his passing was bad; it just felt like he was a bit wasted.
Yeah.
If you really wanted to use him as your out and out foot champs striker.
So that's the end of it, guys. If you did enjoy it, please like, subscribe for more. We've got an Instagram account now, so please check that out. We'll be posting just random stuff on there, really, when we upload and stuff like that. And that's it. So I'll see you later, guys.
See you later.
Bye.